Hello everybody. In this tutorial I'll be reviewing bookmarks using Google Chrome. I'll be talking about what they are, why to use them, how to manage them, and last, how to move them from one place to another. Let's begin. So before I touch upon bookmarks, I do want to touch upon how to download Google Chrome if you don't have it already. So what you want to do is go to any search engine. Let's do Google for now. You type in Chrome. And there you go. We're going to click on the second option. And from here you could download it. It's a free browser, so there's no concern about having to pay for anything. And here you could just set as your default browser or not. So you accept it, it's going to download it. When it's done downloading, you're going to have to run it just to install the browser. So that's how you get it. Alright, so let's move into bookmarks now. So you're probably wondering what a bookmark is. A bookmark is a saved link to a website. It's a way of quickly accessing commonly visited sites that you go to. So instead of having to type it into the address bar up above, you can simply click on a button or click on a link and it will take you straight to the site. And you probably will want to make a habit of this because it's just going to be easier for you to navigate the web whenever you want to move from one page to another. So let's go into the process of how to create a bookmark. So what you want to do is, let's go to a site that we go to often. I'm just going to use Google for example. And here, I always like to go to Google because it's the first thing I want to do when I get online. I want to search for something. So I just type it into Google and it'll find whatever I need. So there's two ways of adding a bookmark. You could either add it to the bookmark bar right here, or you could add it to your list of bookmarks right here. So let's do first on the bookmark bar. Now if you don't have the bookmark bar showing, you might want to enable it. The way you do that is go into the menu on the right hand side, go to bookmarks, and click on this show bookmark bar. So if it's like this, you're going to want to show it. Okay, so let's add it now. So now we've got the site up. Just go to the far left hand side of this window, the address bar. Hold it with your left button on the mouse, drag it and drop it into the bookmark bar. So now there it is. It's added there. I'm going to delete this and add it the other way. So the second way you could add this is by clicking all the way on the right hand side, this little star, and we could add it to other bookmarks, the bookmark bar, or another folder that we create or that's already listed. So let's add it to other bookmarks. Done. Go back to the menu on the right hand side, bookmarks, other bookmarks, and there we go. It's listed there. So that's the other way you could add a bookmark. Now, let's say it's been a year now since you learned about bookmarks and you've been adding bookmarks all over the place. First few months you visited a couple of sites frequently, and then you moved on to other sites, and lo and behold you've got maybe 100 sites bookmarked now, and it's becoming very difficult for you to navigate from one site to another. Now this listing is probably long and it's got a scroll bar now that you have to shuffle through. You've got outdated links, you've got duplicate links, and you've got links that you don't go to anymore. So how do you organize this? Well, what you want to do is go again back to the bookmarks menu here and go to bookmark manager. From here you could organize all your bookmarks that you have listed. So I've only got one right now, so that's not going to work. Let's add a few more just so this example could be a little more clear. Let's go to YouTube. Let's add that. And let's go to Facebook. Let's add that. And let's do one more. Let's go to Twitter. There we go. So we've got a couple bookmarks. So now going back to the bookmark manager, you're going to see the bookmarks that you have created. And so here, you just right click on any of these items. You could edit them and change the name, make it shorter if you want. So up here it's showing welcome to Facebook and it's cut off there. So let's just shrink this down. Maybe we don't want it that long. Just put FB. And there you go, it's renamed. So this is also going to help you with condensing down this information that you have up here, all the links. So you could add in additional ones if all the ones that you reference on a daily basis aren't here. This ain't enough room, then you're probably going to want to rename these to shrink it down to allow for the other bookmarks to show up at the top. So you can rename, you can delete if you want. Maybe I don't go to Twitter anymore. You can delete that. Maybe another bookmarks, I want to create folders. I want to start organizing these. Maybe I want a videos folder and I want a social media folder. And you want other additional folders so you could categorize the different links that you have. Let's do one more. Let's do like a games folder. And you can start dropping them all into each of these folders. So if for videos, I could drop YouTube into there. Just left click, drag, and drop it in the folder. So we got renaming, we've got deleting, we could move them around, we could create folders, and that's essentially how you're going to start organizing your bookmarks so that it's easier for you to navigate from one page to another. Okay, so that's how you organize that. So now let's go into importing and exporting your favorites. Now, why would you want to do that? Several reasons. One, you probably got a new computer, so you want to move your favorites or bookmarks from one computer to another. So you export it to a file, you save it on a flash drive, and then you move it over to your new computer. Or probably your operating system crashed and you want to restore your favorites, bookmarks, so you could do it that way too. And for any other reason, maybe you want to back them up. You want to save them somewhere else, just so in case your computer crashes again, you don't lose all your links. So let's go through that process. There's two ways of doing that. The first way is within the same bookmark manager, we go to organize, and for now we're going to export to a file. So what you want to do is select the last option. Now here we're going to drop it on our desktop, but we've already got a file that's named that way, so let's delete that. And now we're free to drop this file. I'm not going to leave it the same name here. Drop it here. Let's go back to our desktop. And there we go. There's our file. You double click that and it'll show you all the links that you have so far, which isn't very much right now. So now let's add them back in. First of all, let's start deleting what we did create, just so you can see what happens. Okay, so now we're going to import bookmarks. This is the second part of it. We find the file that we're looking for, which is already on my desktop. There we go. Open it up, and there you go. There's all your bookmarks restored and listed again how I had them originally. So again, you go to this organize in the bookmarks manager, and there's the import and export functions. Now say you want to import it from a browser, from another browser. Maybe you're using Internet Explorer or Firefox as your default browser and you're switching over to Chrome. Well, you could do this as well. Let's close this up and let's go back to the main menu on the right hand side, our bookmarks. And here there's import bookmark setting. So we'll go there. And here it's going to allow you to import from Firefox, from Internet Explorer, and from a bookmark file, like the file that we have on our desktop. Now if you have these two browsers installed already on your computer, then they're going to show up. If you have other ones installed, then they're going to show up on this list. It just depends on what other browsers you have installed. So let's say I want to import it from Firefox, and I just want the favorites, but you could also add in all these other features as well. Let's import that, and you're done. So as you can see, there's a folder now created. It's got all my favorites that I had in Firefox all added to this new browser now. All right, so that's how you import and export your favorites. So thank you for watching. Feel free to comment on this video and subscribe to my channel. You can do this to view more tutorial videos. Thank you.